Is the waiting period idda for a woman who has obtained khul the same as that of a divorced woman, 3 menstrual cycles? Or is her waiting period just 1 cycle? Scholars have differed on this issue, and there are 2 main opinions. The first opinion, which is the view of the majority of jurists, the Hanafis, Malikis, Shafi'is and Hanbalis, according to the official position of the school, states that the waiting period for a woman who has obtained khul is the same as that of a divorced woman. If she menstruates, her waiting period is 3 menstrual cycles. And if she is past menopause, her waiting period is 3 months. They said that Allah the Exalted stated, and divorced women shall wait by themselves for 3 menstrual cycles. So they argued that this is a general statement that includes both divorced women and women who have obtained khul. And because it is a separation that occurs after consummation of the marriage, the waiting period is 3 cycles, just like in cases other than khul. She is treated the same as a divorced woman. This is the first opinion. The second opinion is the correct one. It is the view of a group of the companions and is also a narration from Imam Ahmad. This is the view of our master Uthman ibn Affan and Abdullah ibn Umar, and our master Abdullah ibn Abbas and Aban ibn Uthman. And it is also the opinion of Ishaq ibn al-Mundhir, ibn Taymiyyah, ibn al-Qayyim and many other scholars who said that the waiting period for a woman who obtains khul is 1 menstrual cycle. The evidence for this is what was narrated from Ibn Abbas, that the wife of Thabit ibn Qais obtained khul from him. So the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, set her waiting period as 1 menstrual cycle. And this is authentic as reported by Imam Abu Dawud, Al-Tirmidhi and other scholars. Also, it was narrated from Muhammad ibn Abd al-Rahman that Al-Rubayy bint Muawwidh ibn Afra informed him that Thabit ibn Qais ibn Shamas struck his wife and broke her arm, and she was Jamila bint Abdullah ibn Ubay. So her brother went to complain about him to the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him. So the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, sent for Thabit and said to him, take what you owe her and let her go. He said, yes. So the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, ordered her to observe a waiting period of 1 menstrual cycle, after which she could return to her family. And this is authentic as reported by Imam al-Nasai and Imam al-Tabarani. Also, it was narrated from Sulaiman ibn Yaser from Al-Rubayy bint Muawwidh ibn Afra that she obtained a khul during the time of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, so she was ordered. Or it was ordered for her to observe a waiting period of 1 menstrual cycle. And this is also authentic as reported by Imam Al-Tirmidhi and Imam Al-Bayhaqi. Also from Ubadah ibn al-Walid ibn Ubadah ibn al-Samit from Al-Rubayy bint Muawwidh that he said to her, tell me your story. She said, I obtained a khul from my husband, then I went to Uthman and asked him, what is required of me regarding the waiting period? He said, there is no waiting period for you unless you have recently been with him. What does that mean? It means, for example, if you and your husband had already been apart for some time and then the khul took place, then there is no waiting period for you. But if you were still, for instance, like in a marital relationship, and then the khul happened immediately, and then you must wait until you have 1 menstrual cycle. He said, and in this, I am following the ruling of the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, regarding Maryam al-Maghaliyah. So what does this indicate? It indicates that the waiting period for a woman who obtains a khul'ah is 1 menstrual cycle. Also, Ibn Umar said that the waiting period for a woman who obtains a khul is 1 menstrual cycle. And this is authentically reported from him. And it was narrated by Imam Abu Dawud and Imam Malik in Al-Muwatta. And Imam Ibn al-Qayyim says, this is the view of Uthman ibn Affan and Abdullah ibn Abbas. The consensus of the companions is on this, and no one is known to have disagreed with them. And the authentic sunnah of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, clearly indicates this as well. He said that the excuse for those who disagreed with this is that the report did not reach them, or it was not authentic in their view, or they thought that there was consensus to the contrary. And this opinion is the most correct, both in terms of tradition and reasoning. As for its strength in tradition, the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, never instructed a woman who obtained a khul to observe a waiting period of 3 menstrual cycles. Rather, what is authentically reported from him is that he instructed the woman in iddah to observe just 1 menstrual cycle and so on. As for reasoning, the woman who obtains a khul no longer has any waiting period owed to her husband, meaning now she has no waiting period. She has gained control over herself and has become entitled to her own person, so she may marry after her womb is proven clear. Thus, her waiting period is fulfilled as soon as her womb is proven clear. So now, if her husband divorces her through khul and she observes 1 menstrual cycle, it is permissible for her to marry after that. But according to the majority opinion, she must wait for 3 menstrual cycles. The second opinion is that of a group of the companions, and it is what the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, told the woman who sought khul that he instructed her to observe a waiting period of just 1 menstrual cycle. And this opinion is the correct one, and it is the one attributed to the companions of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him. And Allah glorified and exalted knows best.